Yo, I'm trying to fix my setup here. What is good, y'all? What is good? We got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about, man. Trying to get my name right. Here we go. That should be good. So what's up, y'all? What's up, man? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes here. Wait till we get a couple more people in here. As always. What's good, Khalil? Yeah, Monk. We're gonna talk about the Saddiq trade, man. I got a lot on my mind, man. A lot on my mind. So we're gonna give it a couple minutes here. Wait till everybody gets in here. The trade deadline. We're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna talk about the moves we made. We're gonna talk about tonight's game. Everything, man. We got a lot on tap. We got about an hour. Game's on at 7:30. Recap is coming tonight. Recap is coming tonight. I haven't really had a chance to record a recap with the Lakers game with chasing Braun, watching Braun chase the record and everything. I did not do a recap, obviously, for that for the Hawks game that night. I think it was when we played the Pelicans that night. Yeah, Mark, I already know Saddiq's not playing because the trade is technically not official because of the whole news about Gary Payton II. So that's tough, man. Let's go ahead and dive into it, man. We got a couple people in here. We're just gonna go ahead and get into it. So we get Saddiq in a trade, and then now the news has broken yesterday that the trade may end up falling apart because of Gary Payton, failing his physical. So Khalil, there is no other trade, man. I read that there cannot be another version of a trade or anything since the trade deadline is passed. There is no other version of the trade. The Warriors have two options. They can either accept the trade as it is or rescind the trade entirely, and that is for all four teams. So there will not be another version of the trade. That's what I've read. So I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Monk. Like, I feel like the trade, with it being completed, like I think it's kind of BS that the Pistons and the Hawks are now getting the short end of the stick. If this trade ends up, somehow falling through, we end up getting the short end of the stick because like we're not even fucking involved with them. Like, what does that got to do with us? You know what I'm saying? Us and the Pistons, like, they're getting James Wiseman. The Blazers should just have to back out of the deal or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Whatever it takes, man. I really hope that Saddiq ends up in Atlanta and we see him play next game. Obviously, it won't be tonight, but I'm really they got to I saw Woj's tweet that it is they got till 9:30 tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. tomorrow to decide on to get the decision on whether they want to keep the trade or not. So it's gonna. I'm gonna really be pissed off if we end up not getting Saddiq, man, because I love that move. I thought it was a great move. He provides a little bit of defense. He provides the shooting. Saddiq's, kind of he's not a great player, but he's a really solid role player, man, and he could really help this team out and really help us climb the rankings, man. Helps our depth. I like the addition of Bruno. I really do. Garrison Matthews is a strap, so I like the additions that we made, but it's just all up in the air right now, man, and it sucks. It really sucks. It kind of ruined my night last night, man. I ain't gonna lie. Mm. Bruno and Garrison Matthews are out tonight. See. I thought they were in tonight. I saw that they weren't on the report, but I mean, because that trade's complete. I mean, there's no reason why they shouldn't be on the roster for tonight. But yeah, Bruno will probably. I don't know. It depends on where he fits in the rotation. I don't think he's going to be in the full rotation. I think he's going to be that third, that third center in case of foul trouble or in case of an injury. He's not going to play over a Congo or Capella, so I don't really know. Uh, I don't really see where that fits in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the acquisition, but I don't think that he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna, get playing time right. Love the class of Hawks here. Yeah, man. I just listened, bro. I finally found the Joe Johnson jersey, man. I finally found the Joe Johnson jersey. I just picked it up on eBay. I think I bought it on Thursday or Friday. Paid $50 for it, man. I had this in the archives back from when I had a team jersey, man. I had this in the archives, so I still got it to match the ISO Joe jersey. But I was hyped that I finally found one. It's a swing, man. It's not a fully authentic one, but I'll take what I can get at this point because I can't find an authentic Joe jersey. So I'll take it, man. I'll take it. At least classic to a late 20. Yeah, man. I love it. I love ISO, man. Y'all know I'm a big Joe Johnson fan, so I had to pick me up this one, man. Like I said, got it for $50 on eBay, man. It's pretty clean, so I like it. No, Nate decision on Bruno. Yeah, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Bruno in terms of the rotation. I just don't know if he's going to fit, in the rotation. That's all I'm saying. Like he's going to be a good third center and a good injury replacement because I know probably Capella's going to eventually miss more games. We know that. We don't get Bam right, bro. Teflon, that's how I feel, bro. Listen, man, I was so hyped when we made that deal. I really was. I thought it was a great acquisition. I thought it was exactly what we needed. And if it ends up falling through, I'm really gonna be hot. Spurs and Hornets are must wins. Yeah, definitely. Tonight I think is gonna be a win. I definitely think tonight's gonna be a win. We're playing a Spurs team that we just went in a double overtime last night in a back. They're in a back to back. So I don't really see this gonna be as a game tonight for real. I'm obviously gonna tune in. There's gonna be a recap and everything, but I just don't see I don't see it being close tonight. But you really never know. This is rigged. Yeah, man. A lot of people are saying that. It just seems like why do we get the short end of the stick every time, man? I don't get it. It seems like every time we get something good, something happens. What do you think about Mike Bibby back in the day? He played with us for like these. He's all right. He was all right as a starting point guard. He was obviously past his prime. His prime was with the Kings. But he was an okay floor general. He had his moments with us. I didn't mind him. I didn't mind him with the Hawks. Warriors should still do, to be honest. They save a lot of money, and GP2 will still have like 2 years, and they will get back to the playoffs. Yeah, Teflon, I agree. Um, I'm in the mindset that they should still do the deal, but I don't know, man. I just posted on Twitter. I just got a bad feeling about it, man. I got a bad feeling that they're gonna end up backing out of the deal because they got a sour taste left in their mouth for not getting the correct report on Gary Payton. And if he's gonna miss significant time, that I think that's gonna depend on whether or not they continue with this deal. Like if he misses 3 months, that's the rest of the season. So I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna do the deal at that point if he does miss significant time because they are trying to make a playoff run. They are trying to make a championship run. And with Draymond probably not being on the roster next year, if they hold on to Wiseman, if they don't get Gary Payton, they may be able to maximize him next season in terms of maybe in the rotation or in terms of getting more value for him. So I don't know, man. We're in a bad spot with this trade, and I just got a bad feeling about it. Sorry if you already discussed this. I just joined. What do you think about the Saddiq trade? Appreciate you joining, Bailey. Um, in terms of the Saddiq trade, I love it. I thought it was an excellent move. Gave up 5 second round picks, which I addressed this on Twitter as well. A lot of Hawks fans were not of the mindset that it was a smart trade because we gave up so many second round picks. But I want to ask y'all, when was the last time a second round pick actually panned out for the Hawks? When is the second round pick is so rare to pan out in the NBA and to make a roster. Yes, we see it. We see the guys like Joker, guys like Chris Middleton, guys like Draymond. But you know how rare that is, man, for a second round pick to actually turn out to be a solid player. I love the trade. I love the trade for Saddiq. I think it's a great trade. Now it just depends on if he's going to be on the team or not. Who knows, man? It really is. It's a waiting game. It's a waiting game for us at this point. And I hate that they extended it to 9:30 tomorrow because it should have been a deadline. The deadline was supposed to be tonight, but we just got to wait and see. You think we will end up keeping Saddiq? I don't, man. I really don't. Unfortunately, I just got a bad feeling. I just got a bad feeling, and it's just that's just the way I feel. I just unfortunately I just don't see it going through. I think the Warriors are going to back out. I hope not. Don't get me wrong. I hope not, but I got a bad feeling. Mike Bibby saw floor general 2009, 2010. Good name. Yeah, exactly. Mike Bibby, he was a solid guy, but he just was not that guy. He wasn't the Sacramento Mike Bibby that we saw. So Saddiq Bear burned down the city. Yeah, I feel that, DJ. I feel that, man. We gotta see. We gotta get Saddiq, man. It's a great move. Great move. Man, I turned 47 years old yesterday, and I'm so happy the Hawks front office finally back. Yeah, Philip, I said the same thing, man. Me and Khalil was talking, and I didn't. It seemed like at first we weren't going to make any moves, and then just boom, out of nowhere, I see the news about Saddiq and Wiseman get moved. And at first the report was Saddiq was going um to the Warriors, and I was like, damn. And then I seen the 3-team deal with the Hawks. I was like, yes, we finally made a move. And now this news comes out, and it's like, come on, man. Like, what? We can't catch it. We can't win. We just can't win. They had 72 hours to make a decision. 3 p.m. today was their decision. Yeah, James, they extended it. They extended it to 9:30 tomorrow. So if they had the 9:30, yeah. Do you think we're gonna tap into the buyout market? Terrence Ross will Barton will be clutch. If we miss out on Saddiq, if for some reason this trade does not go through and the Warriors back out, I feel like we have to go to the buyout market. Will Barton would be a nice piece. Terrence Ross is already rumored to go to Dallas. Dallas has become the front runners for Terrence Ross. So I don't know. I would love a Terrence Ross, but I just, I don't think he's going to be. I think he's going to go to Dallas. So I think Will Barton would be a nice addition. But at the same time, it depends on who fits. Just followed you on Twitter. Hey, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. So that means that Saddiq won't play tonight, correct? Yeah, Bailey, Saddiq is not playing tonight. I will not be surprised if he's even at the game. Because uh, technically he is not even on the roster. Uh, appreciate you joining the Chronics. I appreciate you tapping in real quick, man, to say what's up. Yeah, I don't think I don't even know if he's gonna be at the game. He didn't participate in shoot around today, so I got a hard time believing that he'll be even at the game. Oh, you answered my question. You are right. Second round picks usually don't amount to anything. Yeah, I mean it's that's a fact, man. Second round picks are just they're so rare in the NBA to turn out into even a rotation player. It's just that's why I was completely okay with the trade because over the next 5 or 6 years or whatever, we're probably never going to draft a second round pick that ends up being as good as Saddiq Bey is. And not that he's an all star player or anything, but Saddiq Bey is a solid player in this league. NBA is rigged. Yeah, man, I feel that. I really do. I just feel like it's a bunch of BS, man. It is, but it is what it is. John Wall will be nice. I don't like John Wall. I never liked John Wall. He's always injured, so I'd rather have Reggie Jackson, as Monk just stated. I would much rather have I'd much rather have Reggie Jackson over John Wall. I think Bay should start over Hunter because to me he is a better shooter and can put the ball on the floor. I've seen highlights of him dropping 50. Yeah, Philip, you know me, I don't agree with that. You know how I feel about Dre. He is a good shooter, but he's a streaky shooter. DeAndre Hunter's actually shooting a higher percentage from three this year. Saddiq Bey's only shooting about 33, 34%. Dre's around that 35 mark. So Dre is a better on. Let me say this: the numbers state that Dre is a better shooter. Saddiq Bey's more of a volume shooter. He has dropped 50, but I think that also is because of the opportunity that he had in Detroit with the lack of talent and everything that they had in the past. Now, obviously, they got a bright future, and Saddiq really didn't fit in, with that team. But I don't really view him as a better player than DeAndre Hunter. He's not a fast. Well, he can't move laterally as good as Drake can. He's not as good as a defender. He's an all right defender, but he's not as good as a defender as Dre is. He can't move laterally. He's not as athletic. He's not super athletic, but he's got some athleticism. But I still like the acquisition as long as he stays. He did go to shoot around. He obviously couldn't do anything. Yeah, yeah, Teflon. He was at shoot around, but he didn't participate. From what I saw on Twitter, because of the news, he's technically not a part of the team yet because the trade is not official. So yeah, I saw he was there though. Bayer's a quality scorer. He is young. The Hawks made it nice. Yeah, I agree. It was kind of like a high risk, high reward type thing, or I'm sorry, low risk, high reward type thing. Because again, we didn't give up a lot to get him. Now it depends on what type of contract he's going to demand. Come his extension time. From what I read, he's looking for probably mid teens, which do you pay that to a bench player? I don't know. I think maybe we do eventually pay him, and then maybe move on from Bogey, and I think that would be a good move. I think Bogey's time is up on this team. I think he will be moved in the offseason. But and that would free up some money for for Saddiq. So we'll see if he even stays on the roster. Yeah, Dre had a bad game against New Orleans, man, and it happens. Like I can't stand when people always want to attack a guy for having a bad game. Like it happens. He had a bad shooting night. He couldn't get a shot to fall. He got good looks, and he had his hands full with guarding Bi. So like, it is what it is. We guys have bad games. I mean, Jason Tatum just shot 3 for 20 the other night, man. So like, it happens. It happens to every player. It happens to superstars. It happens to all stars. Players have bad games. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to read too much into that bad DeAndre Hunter game against the Pelicans. Dre is our best one-on-one defender. Biggest, yeah, I agree. Is definitely definitely our best one-on-one defender. He is an excellent young wing in my opinion. So I like Dre's future with this team, and y'all know how I feel about Dre, man. I come on here every stream talk in praising DeAndre Hunter. That's my boy. What's up, Jacoby? Appreciate you joining, man. If we get Saddiq, Trey Bogey. Yeah, I agree, Monk. I think eventually in the offseason, it'll come offseason time. If we end up with Saddiq, they'll look to extend him. They'll look to move on from Bogey, and then AJ will slide into that solidified backup two role. With Saddiq playing that 3-4, and then Jalen playing that 4. So I like that. I really like that bench with that young core with AJ Griffin, Saddiq, and Jalen Johnson. That's a solid young core off the bench. Adding Okongwu, and then if we could just get a solid backup point guard to where you don't have to stagger Trey and DeJounte, so that they're both not super tired at the end of the game. I think that would be a really really solid move. But we'll have to wait and see what happens come off season time. I think the moves we made had a good opportunity to move up and setting when the Hawks were tonight. Yeah, Philip, the Knicks lost last night, so that was good. The Heat unfortunately won, but the Knicks did lose last night, so we got a big game tonight. I think that if we win tonight, the Knicks will be back to only a half a game better than us. So we're right there. We're right there for the 7 and getting closer to the 6. As long as we got a favorable schedule here over the next couple weeks. So we got to get some wins here and win about five, maybe 5-6 games in a row, and we're right there, man. But you never know. I'm not going to be optimistic because of what it is. Yeah, get Saddiq and AJ more minutes. Yeah, I think AJ's got to take over the primary bench option over Bogey, because it seems like even when Bogey when he's obviously in the rotation every game, but it seems like he always gets more minutes than AJ, even when AJ is playing well, which doesn't really make sense to me. But that's Nate for you. AJ Buckets will take Bogey back a role next season, and that's the first season Drake will work on his game. Yeah, I agree, Dixon. And I appreciate you joining, man. And I appreciate the shout out on the 1,000 subscribers. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I agree. I think Bogey's time has come up. I think AJ will solidify himself as the primary, guard slash forward off the bench next season. They'll look to move on from Bogey, and that's that. I think Bogey's time is up, man, and AJ Griffin's really starting to be that guy. So I think Dre's got a lot to work on in the offseason, but I like his direction. So the thing is, who minutes do we take for Saddiq? Teflon, that's a good question, man. I was thinking the same thing. It really is. It's going to depend on how he balances this rotate, how Nate balances the rotations. I got a feeling that Jalen Johnson's just going to get kicked to the bench, man, and just kicked to the end of the bench. As much as I hate to say it, he's shown flashes, but Jalen Johnson has not been consistent enough to where he's going to fit this season. End up getting Saddiq. I see Jalen Johnson getting kicked out of the rotation unless it's there's foul trouble or injuries, because Saddiq plays that 3-4 role, same as DeAndre Hunter. So I don't know. I don't know. Congrats on making 1,000 subs. Yeah, appreciate it, Dixon. Appreciate that, man. Even though I already said that, I'm gonna say it again. Oh man, best case we get the 5th seed. Nobody believes in us, so we need to use that to our advantage. I think our best case is the 6th seed. To be honest with you, I just don't think there's enough season left to get to number 5. The Nets are playing well, man. Even with that, them trading KD, which blindsided everybody. Um, the Nets are still playing well. They still got solid guys on that roster to continue to win ball games. I mean, even if they, go 500 for the rest of the season, they're still 11 games above 500. They're going to be fine. Like they're still going to end up as probably a 5 seed. So uh, I think our ceiling is the 6 seed. I'm happy we still have JC. I feel like he's a big part of our future. Yeah, man. JC survives another trade deadline, man. If y'all haven't had a chance, go check out my trade deadline recap. I did it. It's like a 20-minute video, super long video. I went into every deal. I talked about every single deal that went. Well, not every single deal. There was a couple that I missed, but mainly every deal that went down and broke down. So if y'all haven't had a chance, go check out my trade deadline recap video. But JC survives another trade deadline. It just at this point, you either got to commit to him or trade him, man. It's crazy to see. It really is crazy to see. Let me see. Hold up. I missed a couple comments here. Y'all firing them in, so bear with me. We could take Bogey and we could take Bogey and JJ minutes. I don't think he's going to take Bogey's minutes because Bogey's a vet. I think if anybody is going to be Jalen, that gets kicked to kind of the out of the rotation because he's barely in the rotation as it is. So good night watching from the Bahamas. Outstanding stream. Hey, appreciate that, Charles. Appreciate that, man. Let's get a win tonight, man. Appreciate you tapping in. From the Bahamas, that's a long way away. So I appreciate that, man. I really do. Oh, let's see. I like the moves we made. Gotta agree. We need a solid backup for sure. Once we get these guys new acclimated, we should have some solid depth on the bench. My only concern is the coaching, to be honest. Yeah, and I think DJ, I think that Nate is I think his time's up at the end of the season. I think the front office is just waiting until the end of the season. It's too late in the season to make a coaching change now, so you gotta ride it out with Nate and just make a coach change in the future in the off season, and then hopefully we can build upon that and really have a bright future from there. And I believe that for sure. I'm not very optimistic about this season, but going forward, I am. Nate can't balance the rotation. He never rides the hot hand in his robotic with a subs rotation. You can set your clock. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Dixon. I agree with that 1,000%. Nate's rotations are a disaster. They have not been good throughout the season. So that's why like I love the move for Saddiq, but it's all going to come down to how Nate can balance the rotation out. If we do end up getting him. The Nets are sliding. Captain Ben Simmons ain't going to get them there. Yeah, the Nets still, man. Like Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith and Cam Johnson are not scrubs, man. Like those guys can hoop, and they got Cam Thomas who's emerging. Boy, had 3 40-point games in a row. Like the Nets are still a solid team. Like yeah, they're not going to be a championship contender now, obviously, but they can still finish as a top 5 seed, a top 6 seed. I don't see them falling to the play-in because they're so far over. There's 11, like 10 or 11 games over 500 still with only about 30 games left. Like I said, even if they go 500 for the rest of the way, they're still going to be probably a 6 seed. So I just don't really see them slipping that far. He missed the long right. He was such a good defender. Why did we let him walk? Yeah, Bailey, I agree. I think the long was really we're missing at that backup point guard role. I liked what he had as the backup point guard, but Atlanta didn't want to re-sign him or he wanted too much money, whatever it was. So unfortunately, he's gone, and we're stuck with Aaron Holiday, who doesn't he plays in spots. So I don't know. We should have moved Hunter. He's so mid. I'm not even going to respond to that stuff because I respectfully disagree. And I'm gonna leave it at that. We need the Suns Raptors trade. Maybe the best trades in the last. Wait, we need a Suns Raptors trade. These are maybe the best trades in the last few years. Uh, yeah. I mean, Atlanta's not really a team to make a huge move at the deadline. In the past, so I was happy with the moves we made. So we'll see what happens with the Saddiq thing, and go from there. What do you think about us getting center Bruno Fernando and guard Garrison Matthews from the Rockets and Garrison Matthews can shoot? Philip, I actually really like the trade. Bruno has showed a lot of growth. I'm going to start with him. He has been Frank Kaminsky was worthless, man. Let's be honest. He can't rebound. He can't defend. The only thing that Frank Kaminsky can do is shoot. Yeah, he had the one game where he hit like 4 threes. That's fine. But as a third center, Frank was not it. I like the way Bruno has grown with Houston. He has extended his range a little bit. He hustles, he defends, he rebounds. I like Bruno as a third center on this team. And Garrison Matthews can shoot, man. He can come in and get hot at any minute. And we gave up Justin Holiday, so that's a big dub because he's been pooped all year. So I'll take Garrison Matthews over Justin Holiday any day of the week, man. He's a way better shooter, and I mean neither can defend. So it's a dub in my eyes. I like the trade. Are you okay, JC? Uh, JC's all right. He looked good against the Suns. So he was catching some bodies out there, but I'm glad JC's here to stay, man. I really am. Replace Nate, trade Bogey, get a veteran point guard. And we will be great. Isaiah Thomas. Brad, I agree with that 1,000%, but no, not Isaiah Thomas. That he's done. His time in the NBA is over. He's too small, and if you have a backcourt of Trey and Isaiah Thomas, that's a recipe for disaster. So I do not like that move. But I think a guy like Reggie Jackson, I think he would be a nice fit. No, he's not a great facilitator, but he can score the basketball. He can penetrate the lane. He can shoot. I like Reggie Jackson for this team. I think he would be a great addition on the buyout market. But again, we got to wait and see. Do you think this if the Celtics crash out in the postseason, Jalen Brown rumors might come to light? Yeah, Dizzy, I think that's a possibility. But here's the thing with that: if the Jalen Brown rumors were to come to truth, maybe we get him in a trade with moving on from Dejounte. But here's the thing: we would have to trade. We would have to get rid of Dejounte and get rid of John Collins in order to be able to pay him the contract that he's going to be looking for. So, is it realistic? Probably not, but it's fun to talk about. It'll be fun speculation. I would love to have Jalen Brown personally. I just don't know how realistic it is. It was reported that Cleveland probably requested a trade. Yeah, Stephon, I saw that as well. I saw that report on Twitter that after the Kyrie trade, after the Kyrie trade, he went to the front office and silently requested a trade. So Jacoby, I like the trades too. I like the trades as well, my boy. I like them too. What's good, my boy Brandon? What's up with you? Appreciate you joining, bro. The KD and Kyrie trade was mind blowing. Yeah, man. I don't think anybody's seen those coming, man. And Dallas has played well with Kyrie. Now Luka, he hasn't yet taken the court with Luka. So we'll see what that pans out to be. But the KD trade, man, caught everybody off guard because even after the Kyrie trade, the Nets said that they were committed to KD and building a roster around him. And then what? A day or two later, boom. At this point, I want LaMelo Ball and no, you don't, Khalil. No, you don't. You don't mean that. We in here, yeah. What's up, 280s kid? What's up, bro? Do you think that GP2 physical situation will work itself out so we can get acclimated to our system? Appreciate you joining, Mighty Warrior. And unfortunately, so I said it earlier in the stream. Unfortunately, I think the trade is going to end up falling through. Um, I don't think the Warriors are going to end up going through with the trade. Now that's again, I do not have inside information, man. This is just from reports that I've read and just from what my personal opinion is. I just don't know if I personally see them going through with the trade. I think that there's a bad taste left in their mouth. So unfortunately, I think the trade is going to be rescinded. Um, and we'll end up missing out on Saddiq. But it's a waiting game, man. It's a waiting game. My opinion means nothing, to be honest with you. So it's a waiting game. There's no point in me responding to that, Khalil. Everybody knows how I feel about DeAndre Hunter, man. It's just I'm not going to get into a battle about and I've defended Dre since day one, so I'm not gonna get into it. Raptors get Kawhi win title, Lakers get Davis win title, Suns get KD, and our favorites. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, Louis, I get what you meant. The thing about that is, Louis, we don't have the assets to make a type of deal like that. Um, we put all our eggs in one basket with the Dejounte trade. We're giving up 3 first-round picks. It has obviously not panned out like those type of deals, but also Dejounte is not on the level of those type of guys. So, I don't think we'll ever make a trade like that. unless Trey Young's included, I don't see us ever making a deal like that. So, but yeah, it would be nice if we could do it, but I just don't see that ever happening unless it's for a guy like Jalen Brown. Do you think the Warriors decline the trade? Yeah, I do, man. I do. I think the Warriors are going to decline. The reason why we want Bay is because we haven't found a replacement for to get Gallup off the bench. Hope the trade goes through. The Warriors wanted him to heal from injury before. Yeah, I agree, Dixon. That like I said, I think Saddiq Bey's fit with this team is perfect, man. I really do. He stretches the floor. He can get to the rim. He's a decent defender. I think he's a perfect fit off the bench, and he's exactly what we need off the bench. He's not a great playmaker. He doesn't move great laterally, like I said earlier, but what he brings, excuse me, what he brings is what we need. So I like the trade. I like the trade, but I just don't know, man, if it ever it's gonna go through. They were both a shoot around. Yeah, Philip, I saw he was a shoot around, but I know he didn't participate. So because the trade's technically not official. Shout out to Zaza Pachulia. He's kind of dirty player, but he was always a Hawks legend. I hated Zaza, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a beat. I hated Zaza even when he was with the Hawks. I didn't like him. I don't like dirty players, man. And he's a dirty player. I feel like if we got Jalen Brown, feel like we got Jalen Brown and AJ Griffin. Hell no. I mean, you can't say that. I guess you could say that because AJ Griffin's only, he was only 19. And Jalen Brown wasn't a great player when he came in either. Like he did not. He started out slow as well. Well, let me rephrase that. AJ Griffin has not started out slow. Jalen Brown did start out slow, but Jalen Brown was always a solid defender. AJ Griffin has to improve on his defense if we're ever going to get that type of production out of AJ Griffin. My man, I'm always here. Always, bro. I know you my homeboy, and you always support me, man. I think Saddiq Bey is going to the. Wait, hold up. I didn't read. Oh man, I'm scrolling too far. Hold up. What am I doing? Goodness gracious. I think Saddiq Bey is going to be key. I heard Landry Fields say at the press conference that he thinks Nate is going to tweak his starting rotation, which means somebody is going to sacrifice. Who the hell would they bench though? Do you bring JC off the bench and start Dre and Saddiq? Ah, I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know how that fits. Trey Spub 27-10. Yeah, I knew Trey wasn't gonna make it, man, and I knew he wasn't even gonna get in as an all-star replacement. They didn't want Trey in there this year. I'm dead ass about LaMelo. He's one of my favorites. Khalil, you don't mean that. I'm not taking you serious, bro. I'm not gonna believe you. What's up, Reginald? Appreciate you joining, man. Landry Fields confirmed the press conference that they got Saddiq Bey. Philip, where did you see that though? Is it unless there's news recently that the Warriors have decided to keep the trade, um, is it breaking news? Hold up, man. Let me check Twitter right quick. Let me see what's going on Twitter real quick, man, because I didn't hear that. But y'all might know better than me, man. I don't know. I don't know. At least I don't know. I don't really know. I really hope, man. I really hope. But I haven't seen any reports. So Saddiq playing tonight. I don't think so. I don't think Saddiq's playing tonight unless again unless there was a report that happened within the last 5 minutes that confirmed the deal. Then I don't think Saddiq's going to play tonight either way. To be honest with you, I have proof of Hezo saying he wanted Dre traded. Cap, that is cap. Well, I missed one. Malcolm said, "Hey Hezo, I enjoy your Hawks game recaps and tuning regularly. Have you considered doing these on pregame streams, Twitter Spaces? You could get a bigger audience, bring the audience to speak. Wait, hold up. Let me read that again. I enjoy your Hawks game recaps and tune in regularly. Oh man, I can't freaking read regularly. Have you considered doing these on pregame streams, Twitter Spaces? I don't even know how to do that. To be honest with you, man, I'm not really sure too familiar on Twitter. Like I'm kind of new to Twitter, so I just post on there. But I'm always trying to grow my audience. So if y'all know how I can do that, please let me know. But I appreciate you, Malcolm, and I appreciate you joining and tuning into everything that I do. I really appreciate that. So let me know if how I can do that. That is why I did the memberships in case y'all want to decide to be a member. If y'all want to do a joint stream or jump on a stream with me, that's what the membership's out there for, man. So y'all become a member. Again, I left the link in the chat. The link's not in the description, but the link is in the chat. So make sure y'all check that link out. Again, Teflon, that's cap. I like the Bruno trade because I feel like he will bring a lot of heart and energy to this team. Yeah, I agree. I like the Bruno trade as well, and I said the same thing. I think he brings hustle. I think he brings energy, and I think he's really grown from what we saw last time we saw him in Atlanta. He's become a better player in Houston. AJ and Brown got some similarities, I think. Not really when you think about it, Khalil. Like, yeah, they can both shoot, but like AJ can't play defense. AJ is not a defender like Jalen Brown is. He's a rookie though, so like that can come. Like he can turn into a versatile defender. But Jalen's one of the best two-way players in the league. If we can get Bay, who can we? If we can't get Bay, who can we realistically get on the buyout market? Um, I think Reggie Jackson is a possibility. I think that Will Barton is a possibility. Terrence Ross is probably going to Dallas. Those are a couple names that I look at, but then again, we don't really need another wing. So maybe if we can look for a buyout for a point, we really need a backup point guard. Man, we need another guard that can handle the rock. So I think a Reggie Jackson would be a nice fit. I think it's an L if we don't get Saddiq. Yeah, no, it 1000% an L if we don't get Saddiq, Jacoby. Thanks, love your show. I really appreciate that, Reginald. I appreciate everybody tuning in for sure. I appreciate all the love from y'all at the press conference, which was on yesterday. I'll send you the link. Well, Philip, yeah, like yes, the trade was official, but at the same time, it's up in the air because of the failed physical. So like the trade is still on hold. Yeah, it was official in terms of the league office. It passed the league office and everything like that, but he still has to pass his physical, or the Warriors have to fully now agree now that this news has came out. So it's still up in the air. Right? Am I missing something about we were able to get Bay? Name some sort. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mighty. If that's a press conference from yesterday, man, that's old news because with the information that came out, it doesn't really matter in terms of with it being confirmed yesterday because it's not technically confirmed yet. Who besides Reggie is a realistic backup point guard for us next season? I don't really know, Brad. I'd have to look at the market and who's free agents. I don't really know who's on expiring deals at the end of this season and who's going to be on the market for a backup point guard. Or like what players are going to be on the backup point guard market. I'd have to look and see who's on expiring deals and go from there. I don't really have any other names to be honest with you. The social media team was already confirming it, but I know that doesn't mean yeah. That doesn't. Yeah, the social media team confirmed it yesterday. I mean, I have it in my thumbnail. Like, the trade was confirmed through the league office, but it's still the guys have to pass their physicals. And now with this information, the Warriors hold the keys. They have our fate in their hands. It's all going to depend on what the Warriors want to back out of the deal or complete the deal. It's all going to depend on that. Oh man, Trey will never be voted in as an All Star reserve on an All Star team because the coaches hate Trey. They blame Trey for getting LP. Yeah, that's a fact, Dixon. He gets a lot of the blame for all that BS. I think it's ridiculous. He's looked at as a coach killer, and I just don't see that. So it frustrates me, man. But it is what it is. Melo and Lamelo and Trey taking over the NBA. Lamelo's a marketable player, man. He's not going to be in Charlotte very long. AJ Griffin can both shoot, and AJ has athletic. Yeah, Khalil, I get what you're saying, but he's just got to improve defensively before I can start making them Jalen Brown comparisons. We gave up too much from Murray. He's okay, but I think two could have been okay. I mean, yeah, I could see that, Louis. I think maybe it was an overpay slightly. At the time, I loved the trade, but looking back on it, it probably was an overpay. But that's just what we gotta live with. We'll become a member right now if you can give me a reason why the Warriors keep the deal and we get Saddiq. Wait, I'll become a member right now if you give me a reason why the Warriors keep the deal and we get Saddiq. Um, I think they if they were to keep the deal, it would be based off of in hopes that Gary Payton will play this season and will play come playoff time, and that will decide them to keep the deal. If he does not play, or if he is ruled out for the next 2-3 months or whatever, I think they will not keep the deal. So I think it's all going to depend on Gary Payton's health. If they say he's only going to miss the next 3 weeks, I say they do the deal. So boom, hit that membership. Hazel said Trey Young challenging MJ for the GOAT. Teflon. Y'all better stop capping, man. Y'all better stop capping. Trey Young, Bay don't make us contenders. We need Kawhi, KD, and B. Yeah, Louis, I agree. I mean, like, I'm not saying Saddiq Bay makes us contenders by any means, but he makes us a better team. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen the type of we can have if all things go right. But yeah, I mean, realistically, like we're not going to get those guys, so we have to build with what we have and go from there. So Saddiq doesn't make us a championship contender, but he makes us a better team, and that's all you can ask for at the end of the day. Hezzo finally joined us. What you mean, Teflon? I've always been with y'all, man. Like y'all my boys, y'all my fans, man. Y'all my Hawks fans. You know, feel me? So like I'm always with y'all. Do you think the Lakers are better or worse at the trading Westbrook? I say, oh, bro, Brandon, they're way better. Bro, the Lakers, I think, are legit championship contenders now. And I really mean that. Like the moves that they made, I think they had one of the best trade deadlines of any team that made moves. The Lakers got significantly better. D'Lo makes his debut tonight, so I'm excited to see that. True, it all depends on what the Warriors do at this point. AJ is not the same class as JB. I agree with you on AJ and no defense. Yeah, exactly, Mike. I mean, like if AJ could play defense, he probably would be in the starting five, but he doesn't play defense, so that's where he's lacking. Like he can become that, but he's got to get better. Rookie, so like we got to be patient. Would be 19 years old. Like he has a huge potential. Like he has way ton of potential. Am I even saying that right? Y'all get the hell what I'm saying, man. LaMelo and Trey in Atlanta. Cap. Never. That would never work. Trey gonna have to average 35 and 10 to host. Yeah, Bailey. I mean, we're not gonna be contenders this year. Okay, great content, sir. Got to start on my stream. We need to collab. Hey, Dixon, let me know when you want to do a collab, man. I'm 1,000% down. Let me know. I'm free most nights unless the Hawks are playing. Obviously, we can set up something on the weekend, Dixon. So if you want to do a collab, let me know. I can be on your stream. You can be on my stream. Whatever you want to do. However you want to do it, bro. Just let me know. Shoot me a DM on Twitter. Or shoot me a DM on Instagram. Anything like that. Both my links are in the description for Twitter and Instagram. So Dixon, shoot me a DM and we can get it set up. Where's the membership? Teflon. So I left the link. There's a link at the very beginning of the chat. So if you scroll up in the chat, there's a link in the chat. I can probably post it again. Yeah. Actually, there's the link right there, Teflon, for the memberships. So everybody else, man, if y'all want to become a member, click on the link, man, and y'all check it out. There's some great perks with it. You know what I'm saying? If you do the higher tier, which I don't expect anybody to do, you could be on a stream with me. We could talk basketball. We could talk Hawks. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple dope perks, man. So y'all check it out. No Hezzo just joined us in the trade being GOAT. Cap. Trey's my guy, but he's not GOAT. How's it going, Hezzo? Thoughts on the two trades in Houston? How helpful will they be coming off the bench? Ayers, appreciate you joining, man. So I like both of the trades, or I like the Houston trade. I already touched on it earlier, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But I like the addition of Bruno being a third center. I don't really see Garrison Matthews playing too much unless injuries or anything. So I think this was more of a depth move than an actual rotation move. But either way, I like the deal. Oof. Toronto said that they got Kawhi for DeMar in one pick. We got to make a big trade, even if it's Murray and picks. Yeah, Louis DeMar was an all-star, a perennial all-star. So like DeMar had high trade value to get Kawhi. Kawhi was on an expiring deal. So they were able to trade DeMar and one pick to get Kawhi. If Kawhi was on a multi-year contract, it would have probably costed a lot more than just DeMar and one pick. But with an expiring deal, it's the cost is down a little bit because you never know if they're going to bounce in the offseason. We saw that with Kawhi. Now, obviously, the Raptors lucked out. Won the trade either way because they won a championship. So that's you know, facts several things. Trade y'all better stop capping, man. Yeah, we need definitely a backup point guard for sure. My thoughts on JC not getting traded. Jacoby, I was happy, man. Again, JC survives another trade deadline, so I was definitely happy that he did not go anywhere. Y'all know I like JC. JC's my guy. I was rocking my JC jersey in my trade deadline recap video. I support JC, man, and I hope that he can pick up his play now that he ain't got to deal with those trade rumors. What moves would you like to see made in the offseason? Good question. So the first move I want to see is us getting a new head coach. I think Nate will be fired come off season, or he's going to step down. I think that's step one. I think we got to assess the backup point guard situation. That's number two. And I think we need to look for a package including either Capella and Bogey, or just trade Bogey in general so that AJ Griffin can now be maximized to his full potential and be in that official 6-man role. So that's what I look for come off season time. We got about 14 minutes left in the stream, man. So if y'all got some questions, keep firing them in. Check out that link in the chat for the memberships. Uh, again, we got the Spurs tonight, so let's see if we can get this win. And I think we got the Hornets after the Spurs, so it should be 2 wins. It should be, but we'll see. We'll see. I would love to see Joe Dumars as the GM. Joe Dumars, he didn't really do great as a GM in the past, so I don't know how I feel about that. Wasn't he GM with the Knicks or something? He was a GM with some team and he didn't really do well. So I don't know how I feel about Joe Dumars as a GM. How would you feel about D'Antoni being the head coach next season? I would not like that. I would not like D'Antoni as a head coach. I've never liked Mike D'Antoni as a head coach. I don't like his style of play, like the system that he runs. He's only an offensive head coach. I don't like his style. So I don't like Mike D'Antoni as a coach. He's never proved to me that he can win. Hey, W's in the chat. Teflon just became a member, man. Level 3, W's in the chat for Teflon, man. I appreciate you coming through, bro. I really appreciate that, man. W's in the chat for my boy right here. Huge dubs, huge dubs. My boy coming through. W's in the chat, man. Love it, love it, love it. Let me see. I think we trading Bogey and draft capital is what we need to get Saddiq. We don't need other players. Yeah, I agree. Hey, W's in the chat, man. My boy Brandon just became a member. Level 1. Hey, W's in the chat. Y'all keep it coming, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. My boy Brandon, appreciate you, man. Y'all coming through, man. That's what I like to see, man. That's what I like to see. Y'all supporting your boy, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. So Teflon, real quick, man. Now that you are officially a level 3 member, um, either within the next couple streams, let me know if you are available and you can hop on the stream with me. That is a perk to being a level 3. So if you want to hop on one of these pregame streams with me, let me know. I'll have to figure out how to do a joint stream. I'm not really too familiar with it, but I'll research it. You feel me? And shoot me a DM on Twitter or Instagram. Let me know when you're free to do that. And we can get a pregame live stream. And you can come in here, hop on the stream with me, man, and we could do a joint stream. We could talk in the chat, you know what I'm saying? And we can get it cracking, man. So big dubs, man, big dubs. Let me scroll back up because I missed a couple comments here. We're getting caught up with the memberships, man. Y'all killing it, man. I love it. I think trading Bogey in for draft capital is what we need to do if we get Saddiq. Yeah, Bailey, I agree. I don't think we really necessarily need to get a player in return. Maybe a cheap player in draft capital. Maybe a first round pick in return. That would be great. Maybe 2 first round picks. Nah, we ain't gonna get 2 first round picks. But I think a first round pick definitely would be would be dope. So I would love that. I like Bruno also being back. How far in the postseason besides winning a chip would take for D just resign next season? Um, Mighty, I think if we get to the second round, if we get to the second round, I think DeJounte will want to stay. He might want to stay regardless, man, because he knows it takes time. He knows it takes time to grow and everything. And I think low key he knows Nate's gonna go, and I think he's holding on to that. So we'll see. We need Nick Nurse. Yeah, I would love to have Nick Nurse, man. I really would. I have to agree. He was the GM for the Detroit Pistons, and I mean that's what it was. The Pistons. Why did I say the fucking Knicks? Target. He made the trade for Rasheed Wallace, and they beat the Lakers. Yeah, okay. So he did make that trade. So that's fair. That's fair. Me and Khalil won it. Yeah, I feel it, man. So we got about what 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left. Y'all throwing any last couple minute questions, man? We got about 9 minutes left in the stream. Again, y'all check out that membership link, man. We already got two. Teflon and my boy Brandon have already, done the membership. So even if it's just level one, that would be dope. Help your boy out, man. Let's see if we can continue to grow. Just follow on Twitter. Dope, Teflon. So hey, Teflon, message me on Twitter, bro, and let's figure out what free time is best for you and I, and we'll figure out how to do a joint stream for pregame. We'll get on here, we'll chop it up and everything, and we can get it cracking, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited for that. I've only done one joint stream on someone else's channel, so I'm excited, man. I'm excited for that. What will Trey need to do to pass? Khalil, I'm not having this discussion, bro. I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. True, Drew Dumar stole sheet from us one day. The team. Yeah, I mean that was a great trade for the Pistons, man. I mean they ended up winning a championship. Now a lot of other stuff goes into that. I mean the Lakers were kind of, Kobe and Shaq were not seeing eye to eye. So I think if Kobe and Shaq were on the same page, I don't think the Pistons win. But that may be an unpopular opinion. I don't think Babe makes us better, to be honest. He's just not a splash. We can get Drummond. Blake Griffin? No, no. Blake Griffin's washed. He had a game the other night in Boston. I think it was against Charlotte, or he hit like 4 or 5 threes, whatever. Blake Griffin's washed, man. I like Saddiq. He's young. He can shoot. Put the ball on the floor. I like Saddiq Bey. I like his game. And I know a lot of Pistons fans like this game too. So the Pistons just didn't really value him over James Wiseman. So um, I definitely like his game for sure. So I was trying to read comments while I'm trying to talk. So we have about 7 minutes left, man. This has been a great stream so far, man. Really great stream. Probably one of the better ones that we've had. When I get on this joint stream, I will make sure to get an answer what you think trade needs to what you think trade needs to do. What you mean, Tef? Are you talking about in terms of the GOAT conversation? No, y'all better, man. Y'all better quit playing with me with that GOAT shit, man. Trey ain't never gonna be the GOAT, and I love Trey. 280's kid. That was last season. He had a 50-point game. Saddiq had 51 last year against the Magic. Get ball for picks and Murray. Nah, no, never. If LeBron wins another championship and passes 40, if LeBron wins another championship and he passes 40K points, he's the GOAT. In my eyes, Brandon. That's a good question. But yeah, if he wins another championship and he passes 40,000 points, he's the GOAT. I'll admit that. It's gonna pay me to admit it, but I think he needs one more championship to solidify himself. That was I talked about that in the video once he passed Kareem and became the all-time leading scorer. I tapped into that. So I think that winning another ring is key. He's gonna get past 40,000 points for sure. It's just a matter of time. And he might even get close to 45,000 to be honest with you, because he's gonna play for another 3 4 years. So if he gets another championship, I think he will be the undisputed GOAT. With 5 championships, all-time scoring leader, man, you can't look past that. So I think that'll be it. That'll be it. The game's on in 5 minutes, boys. 5 minutes. So y'all firing any last minute questions, especially because he wants to play with his son. Yeah, I think he'll play with Bronny at some point, whether it's probably his last year in the NBA or maybe his last last 2 years in the NBA, he will play with Bronny for sure, for sure. Oof. Y'all firing any last questions, man? We got about 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Teflon. Make sure you DM me on Twitter, and we will set up a joint stream. Uh, and we will get it cracking probably for either next stream or the one after. I gotta see. I gotta check my schedule as well. You feel me? Because your boy be working that 9 to 5 shit. So we'll set something up for sure, though. You really think LeBron's gonna be worth anything in 3 years? It's not that he's gonna be worth anything, but he's still gonna be playing at a high enough level to be a good player. He's not gonna be a bum, man. He's 38 years old. He's still averaging 30 a game. Like, yeah, he's gonna slow down, but like he's still gonna be a good player. Like in 3 years, Braun realistically is probably still gonna be a top 20 player, top 25 player. So we'll see. Do you think the Hawks win tonight? Yeah, we win tonight. We win tonight, Brandon. We beat the Spurs tonight. They came off a back to back double overtime game last night, so we win tonight. If Trey was 5 inches taller, he would have good potential. Yeah, he might be. If he was 5 inches taller, he'd have a lot different game though. Score prediction for tonight. 122-109 Atlanta. 122-109. Brown slowing down is still better than some people's Braun slowing down is still better. Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like even Braun not being the best is still better than over half the NBA, man. Braun is a freak of nature, man. He's arguably the GOAT. You can argue it. I'm not mad if somebody argues him as a GOAT. Oh no, it wasn't. I'm glad JC is still with us, and I think Trey's figuring it out with DJ. I hope him not making the All Star game will fuel. I don't know, man. He played bad. He's had a couple bad games, man. Like I don't view like this is probably an unpopular opinion, and me and Khalil were talking about this, but I don't view Trey's game against Phoenix as a good game. And you could call what you want on that, but he had 9 turnovers. I don't care how much you score. I don't care how much you assist. If you're turning the ball over 9 times, man, that's not a good game. Yeah, he shot the ball well. Yeah, he had 12 assists. I get all that. But you had 9 turnovers, a team that was completely depleted, that didn't have any of their guys. So, like, we really should have beat them by 30 again. But because of all the turnovers, and partially because of Trey's turnovers, half the team's turnovers because of Trey, I don't view that as a good game. So he hasn't really played great since the All-Star announcement. So I don't know. Then I gotta check my work. So yeah, Teflon, just let me know, bro. I mean, we'll definitely plan something out. Whether it's a week ahead or a couple weeks ahead. Just let me know what works best for you, man, and I'll see what works best for me. What works best for me as well, and we'll figure it out for sure. And I gotta look into how to do a joint stream. I think I can invite you to the stream. But I'll have to see, man, because I really don't know because a lot of this shit's still new to me in terms of streaming. But I'll figure it out for sure. Think we get Saddiq. Hold on. Let me. Oh, I missed Philip's comment. Hold on. Who wins tomorrow's night game? Eagles or Chiefs? Philip, I think the Eagles are probably gonna win. But I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it. To be honest with you, me and my fiance are going to dinner tomorrow to celebrate our anniversary, which is on the 15th. So we are gonna be going to dinner tomorrow to celebrate. So I'm probably not gonna watch the game. I honestly don't really care to watch the Super Bowl this year. So whatever. But I think the Eagles will win. It's all mental. Yeah, Brent, I think it's all mental too, bro. I've said that all season. And if we don't, are we good? So Jacoby, I think we do not. I think we do not get Saddiq. Um, but I know we will not be good if we don't get Saddiq. So we'll see, man. Teflon, let me see. Let me see why you can't DM me. You should be able to. I'm trying to find which one. I don't know. Were you? Hey, Teflon, let me know if were you already following me or not. I don't know which one's you on here. It doesn't say Teflon, so I don't know which one's you. So forgive me. Let me know which one you are, and I'll see if I can DM you. On Twitter, you got it enabled if you don't follow them. Ah, okay. Well, I'm just gonna follow both the people back that just follow me. So y'all just gotta follow back, man. So hopefully that'll probably let you. I don't know a lot about Twitter, man. So again, I'm still new to it. So you know, I'm still new to it. I got the Chiefs. Why don't you care to watch the game? Honestly, don't feel Khalil. I haven't really been into football as much this year, man. The Falcons were trash. I haven't really really cared to watch it this year. So I don't really care to watch Super Bowl this year, man. To be honest with you, so I'm gonna be at the top of your DMs. Okay, let me see if now I can look. So Teflon, try and DM me again, bro. It should work now. Trying to see. It should work now. So if not, man, like I said, also you can DM me on Instagram. My link's in the description on Instagram as well. So just did okay. Let me check. Let me check. Yeah, I'm not getting no direct messages, man. I don't know what the heck is going on with that. Oh wait, there it goes. Okay, I got you. I got you. All right, bro. Yeah, I got your DM. So cool. So we'll set something up, man. Um, we'll definitely set something up for a future stream. I want the Chiefs, but I have the Eagles winning. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. I don't really care who wins, Brandon. I know Vince is probably I know Vince probably obviously is hype as hell and he wants it, but yeah, Teflon, I got your DM, bro. We'll set something up in the future, man, for sure. So I got your DM. He was in bro. He was in Philly last time they won the Super Bowl, so it doesn't shock me. Yeah, Teflon, I got you, bro. I can't wait for Pat. What that say? I can't wait for Pat Mahomes to lose. I hate. Damn, why you hate Mahomes, bro? That's crazy. That's my hero life now. Yeah, I got you, bro. Well, but I'm gonna leave it there, bro. We gotta get out of here, man. We gotta go get ready to watch this game. So y'all be on the lookout for a recap after the game. Again, big W's for Teflon and my boy Brandon, who have become members, man. So y'all tap into that membership, thing and look into it. If you think it might, benefit you, there's some dope perks with it. So I would definitely appreciate everybody, that does it, and I appreciate Teflon and Brandon, both of y'all, becoming members, man. It definitely helps me grow, man, and it definitely helps me out a ton. So I appreciate y'all. So we're gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna see y'all on the recap. Great conversation. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Drop a like on the stream real quick if you have not before we get out of here. And I will see y'all after the game. I will see y'all during the recap. Peace.